In 1983, Lieutenant Colonel Wayne MacDonald submitted a 30-page report titled Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process. The report outlined a step-by-step guide on how to achieve out-of-body experiences for the purpose of intelligence gathering. MacDonald found that consciousness cannot only be projected to a different state, but also be pulled out of this reality and travel anywhere in the universe at any point in time. The document states that the universe does not exist, but is a mere construct created by our minds. The gateway process allows us to experience reality beyond what we think it is. The document was initially classified because anyone could do it, but it was later on declassified in 2003. There are alternate states of reality that exist outside of our physical world and time, and the gateway process can be used to access these other dimensions. MacDonald also had to strongly support his findings with science, as a lot of it could be written off as spiritual woo-woo that isn't real. Radio broadcast executive Robert Monroe led research into altered states of consciousness, and in the 1970s, he founded the Monroe Institute after he accidentally made a discovery while experimenting with different sounds. One day, while listening to a specific frequency, Monroe felt his body become paralyzed, which was followed by a vibration sensation, flashing lights, and a loud sound. After this, he had an out-of-body experience which at the time had no scientific research to explain it. He was able to replicate this experience again by listening to the same sound. While out of his body, Monroe discovered that he could access and sustain different states of consciousness by synchronizing both hemispheres of the brain. The Gateway Process is a training process developed by the Monroe Institute. MacDonald, along with other personnel, undertook the training, and he recorded his findings in this report that's now available to the public through the CIA. Though anyone can do it, there's a process that needs to be followed. MacDonald encouraged that one should master meditation and focus, in addition to setting doubt aside to allow your mind to open up to the experience. Everything around us is created by the mind. All that exists, from our bodies to the universe, is a complex system of energy fields. Human consciousness is a function of the interaction of energy, and our brains are designed to filter everything out except from the energy that creates our reality. The brain converts universal energy to matter that we can perceive with our senses. Our senses are what create the illusion of solid matter so that we can get to experience reality in a way that we can comprehend. Physicist David Bohm and Professor Carl Pribram found that just like the universe, the human mind is also a hologram that attunes itself to the universal hologram to achieve the state we call consciousness. Through the gateway process, we can escape space and time and experience altered states of reality. The gateway process uses hemisync technology, which syncs both hemispheres of the brain. The left hemisphere is more active in beta waves and is concerned with alertness and attention, while the right hemisphere operates slower and is more active in alpha waves and concerned with creativity and relaxation. The holographic theory helps us understand consciousness beyond the 3D, and it states that energy creates, stores, and retrieves meaning in the universe by projecting or expanding at certain frequencies in a 3D mode that creates a pattern called a hologram. The study found that holograms encode a significant amount of details that, when observed, can manifest physically. MacDonald wrote that we can alter reality through a process called patterning. If we project our thoughts with intensity, they have the power to influence reality, since consciousness is the only reality. He added that consciousness can enter the space beyond human perception, eventually clicking out of reality. So the Gateway program employs two techniques. The first is frequency following response, which involves introducing a frequency through headphones, which the brain then tries to imitate. The second technique is beat frequency or binaural beats, where a different frequency is played through each ear and the brain then hears the difference between these two frequencies, creating a vibrato wave-like sound. Once you click out of reality, you can explore the absolute. The absolute is an energy field at rest with our reality lying on top of it. It is the source of where we come from and where we go back to after dying in our physical reality. The universe is created by our collective consciousness while we each maintain our own individual identities. MacDonald stated that regardless of personal belief, the Gateway process can help us understand our consciousness and the universal hologram, perhaps even answering the big question of the origins of our universe and the absolute as a whole. He concluded his report by advising military personnel to listen to the Gateway tapes and learn how to achieve the altered states at will. He encouraged them to learn how to have out-of-body experiences and use it for remote viewing, a practice where a person gathers information on a distant unseen object by using their mind to sense it. Lastly, Lieutenant MacDonald stated that the military should use patterning with the ultimate goal of adjusting reality for use in practical application. Though there is a risk of psychosis or even possibly completely detaching from reality, many have found that the Gateway program helped them gain more self-awareness, clarity, and creativity. That's a lot of information to take in, but the documents along with the Gateway tapes are available online for anyone to access.